So I want to teach y'all a thing or two here about copper pennies. Right now, a single copper penny that weighs 3.1 grams, and that is a lot of the 1982 pennies and back, are supposed to be 98% copper, 1% manganese, and 1% zinc, and 1% bubble gum. Teasing. Anyway, now I'll be on a serious note here. Copper pennies right now are on market right now are going for 4 cents each. You see right here, I got 20 pennies right here, 4 rows of 5. That's 80 pennies, or I'm sorry, that's 20 pennies right there. But in copper value, that's 80 cents. I got 2 rolls of pennies today from a local gas station, and this little score right here paid for 1.5 rolls right here in copper value, which is pretty awesome. Not to mention that right over here, I have what might be a little mint error if this thing will ever zoom in properly. Come on. There we go. You see all the little splotches on there? Especially the backside of Abraham's head right there. I know this video is kind of shaky. You see that little ring? Right, if I could find the penny, where you at? Where's my finger? There we go. You see that little ring right there? Right there going in between the T and the Y? I think that has something to do with some mint damage right there too. Maybe that's an outer ring. Maybe there's some sort of overstrike or something like that on this. I don't know. It's a 19-something 3. 83, 73, 93, but it's a 19-something. I don't think it's a 63, because it wouldn't look like that if it was 63. I'll turn it over here, and you can see some damage right there between the N and the E on one in the word cent. And you see a little bit of something right there on the top of, where's my finger at again? Right there. You see that little, right there, a little bit of damage right there on the Lincoln Library. And then there's a little Lincoln right there, isn't it? No, Lincoln's supposed to be up here. Yeah, Lincoln is right up in there. And I don't know what that little deal is right there. That looks like a strike from a dime. Let me see. Let's get something to compare it to right here. Show y'all what I'm talking about right here. Okay, so it's supposed to be there. Okay. It is supposed to be there. It just looks odd right there. So that's some sort of floral design right in there, I reckon. So, get something to compare it to here. So, anyway, I just thought I'd share this little video with you guys. Give y'all a little education on the pennies right here, on the copper cents. Now, there was a cutoff. There was a cutoff in 1982 where they started making the pennies mostly out of zinc. But now there are some 82s that weigh 2.5 grams, and there's some 82s out there that weigh 3.1 grams. But then I also see online there are some pennies out there in the 90s that are also 3.1 grams. They're selling for a very, very good premium. So always weigh your coins. If you think there's a penny out there that weighs 3.1 grams, if it looks copper, it may just well be. Put it on a postage scale, put it on some sort of scale that weighs small measurements, and see what you got. Happy hunting, and I'll talk to y'all soon.